Hello there YouTube and welcome to my first Battlefield 1 build, Hell's Hunter. Before we get started, make sure you give the video a like if you enjoy or find it helpful, and subscribe if you're new to the channel and want more of these builds. To start things off, we have the Model 10A Hunter, and this weapon is an absolute beast. The Hunter is arguably the king of shotguns in Battlefield. At point blank range, it's the most lethal thing around, and even when you aren't pushing the barrel of the weapon into someone, you can still get plenty of kills easily enough with just a couple of shots. For a sidearm, we have the 1903 Hammerless. We want a fast-firing pistol that's easy to wield, and I personally found the Hammerless the best choice for this. There are two main ways we use our secondary. First, to pick up kills at mid to long ranges against weak targets. Just because we've got a shotgun, we don't want to miss out on those easy kills at range when someone's at less than 10 health. The second main use of the weapon is suppressing fire. We're a close quarters machine, but every other player will have an easy time taking us down if we let them get their shots in. Instead of feeding them kills, if you see a scout or a medic aiming at you from a distance, pull out your pistol and spray shots near them so that their aim is put off. You won't be going for a kill, but instead trying to ensure your own survival, so keep on the move whilst doing this until you're out of sight. Gadget 1 is dynamite, and this is so much fun to use. Whenever you see a group of enemies in a building or need to defend a certain choke point, dynamite will be your first port of call. I just mentioned that you're weak at range, but if you blow up all the best buildings for snipers, then they're going to have a much harder time picking you off in the future. Gadget 2 is anti-tank grenades. These add to the explosive firepower of the build, and serve as conventional grenades for us to use. Treat these in a similar way you would to your basic frag grenade, but keep in mind they're also good for putting in a bit of damage onto vehicles too. As a grenade for this build, I went with the gas grenade. You're a shotgun wielder, so having to put on a gas mask barely affects you, but it will reduce the effectiveness of your opponents. It's also a great way to block off a lane for a short while or remove snipers from their posts. Chances are you won't often be getting the kill with a gas grenade by itself, but it will help to cause chaos and grant you greater control over the battlefield. The last part of the loadout is the melee weapon, and for this I went with the US trench knife because stabby stab? Honestly, the melee isn't too important as you will be using your shotgun most of the time when the enemy is that close, but I like knives for their large takedown zone from behind. So that's the loadout, but how best to use it? You're primarily going to be focusing on flanking your enemies. If you charge head on into a fight, then you're going to get gunned down before you get the chance to shoot back. But if you make use of terrain and cover to flank around the sides or rear of groups of enemies, then you can rapidly take them all down with ease. Your equipment is designed to help you out whenever you can't easily flank the enemy, be it by blasting a hole through with dynamite, getting them to duck and cover by throwing anti-tank nades, or providing yourself a smoke shield with a gas grenade. When using this loadout, you'll be an absolute close quarters god, but you lack range damage, so make sure you're staying away from open ground and sticking to trenches and alleys. Most importantly of all when playing though, just make sure to have fun. This is a game after all. I hope that all of you enjoyed this build. If you want to see some more great Battlefield 1 content, then check out Game Over and Get Good Guy for some incredible builds and guides. And if you're looking for something a little more on the comical side, check out Modest Pelican Gaming 2. Links to their respective channels will be in the description below.